What's poppin', my Pokemon trainer friends and family all over the world? Welcome back to another Pokemon adventure. Now today, we are going to be taking a look at the Naiad Cup. And the Naiad Cup is going to be the Silph Arena's monthly cup for February. So for next month. And we are going to do some early battles. And I did ask a friend of mine who is always down to do practice battles with me. I asked him to run some practice battles for the Naiad Cup, and I'm gonna just be straight up, he wiped the floor with me. Like, and then that's one of the reasons why we run practice battles, because it's better to get swept by your friend in practice runs than to get swept in a tournament like I have done before. You know, it's happened to me before. I think my very first tournament, for the Sinister Cup, I got completely, washed because I didn't know what I was doing. But we're just going to take a look at these Pokemon that I am going to use for today. The Shadow Hypno. I don't recommend the Shadow Hypno. I'm just running these Pokemon. Like, a lot of them don't even have a second move. Like my Haxorus here, I don't have enough Stardust to second move it. And I also don't have any more charge TMs to even TM away Surf. So we're just gonna roll with the punches. Alrighty, enough with the chit chat. Let's jump into the first battle. Fight! And now my friend does bring in Whiscash, and I realize that I'm very weak to Whiscash. And then he makes this amazing catch onto Bronzong. That catch was so smooth, bro. That was like, you a smooth criminal with it. Like, shout out to you. That was chef's kiss. That catch was that was a good catch. And I don't have a hard counter to Bronzong. Like, I don't have a good answer to Bronzong. So I am gonna bring in the Miltank, and I am gonna say Miltank did surprise me. I think I am just gonna keep Miltank on the team because it did perform well, even though my team building in this in these practice runs was not great. Miltank did surprise me. And then he does bring in Greedent, and Greedent is a very strong pick. I do believe it's top 5 in PvPoke. It's ranked top, like one of the top 5 in PvPoke. I will leave a link to PvPoke down in the description box below if you do want to take a look at the meta or the rankings of such Pokemon. I think Mew is ranked number 1. And I am running Ice Beam and Thunderbolt on Miltank. I think PvPoke recommends Body Slam. But I am running Ice Beam and Thunderbolt for the Alterias and for any water types that may be running in the back, because Altaria is going to be everywhere for sure. Like, even in these practice runs, we're both running Altaria. Now I'm going to shield this up, and he Mud Bomb baits me. That was such a good bait, and I am going to swap in my Mew. And now here, this potentially could be enough for a Blizzard, but it is going to be a Mud Bomb. I think he's just gonna keep a lot of his energy. Well, he's gonna go for back-to-back Mud Bombs. And now on my Mew, I am running Volt Switch and Dragon Claw. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it that way. I do believe on PvPoke it recommends Shadow Claw, but I kind of like Volt Switch. Like, not gonna lie, I'm feeling Volt Switch just because it does a lot of fast move damage. Like, it's fast move pressure. And then Dragon Claw for the dragons. Mainly for Altaria. I can guarantee you every team is going to be running Altaria. And I don't know what second move I should give it, because if I'm running Volt Switch, I might as well run something else. And then we take the first battle. That might be the only battle I take. GG's, homie. Well played. And now jumping into the next battle, we catch Daddy Whiscash on the lead yet again. And if there's anything that you guys take away from these early battles, is have an answer for Whiscash. Whiscash is eligible in this meta, and it is a strong pick. So have an answer for Whiscash. I think Greedent might be the best answer because of the Bullet Seed. And I do not recommend Shadow Hypno. If you are planning to run Hypno, don't run the Shadow, run regular Hypno. And it also has access to Ice Punch for the dragons as well, which will be good. And speaking of dragons, I make this amazing swap into Altaria to catch a Mud Bomb. That was an amazing sack swap on my part. You know, shout out to me. Gotta pat yourself on the back sometimes. Gotta motivate yourself. And then he answers with Bronzong because I don't have a strong answer for Bronzong either on my team. So you do have to have an answer for the sidekicks. Mew is ranked #1, so on PvPoke at least. So everybody is potentially going to have a Mew and Altaria. So you do have to have an answer for the sidekicks. So there are Jellicent, Mew might have Shadow Claw. There is Snorlax and Greedent as well. Those are strong picks. And now here I'm bringing in my Haxorus, and we're gonna go for the Surf bait. Does he know that I'm only running Surf? And he shields up the Surf because I don't have any charge TMs. So now I am gonna go for this Thunder Punch, and he shields it up. Good shields. He takes us out. And now I'm gonna bring Haxorus in, and we're just gonna double shield it. We're not going out without a fight. This is not GBL. We gotta keep going. And he Dragon Breaths us down. GG's, homie. Well played. And now jumping into this next battle, I am leading the mighty Miltank up against Daddy Whiscash yet again. And he is going to lead Whiscash in every battle because I don't have a strong answer for it. I don't have a hard answer for Whiscash. So if you guys do take anything away from my videos, I hope you have an answer for Whiscash. I hope you have an answer for the sidekicks like Bronzong, Mew, Hypno. Because these are the types of Pokemon that are going to be running around. I am loving Miltank though because of the Ice Beam and the Thunderbolt combo. The Ice Beam for the dragons because the dragons are going to be everywhere. Altaria for sure. And then there are water type Pokemon running around like Jellicent, Walrein, I think Dugong and Lapras. Those might be in this cup as well. I think I'm sure Dugong is. I don't know about Lapras. I will double check. And now I do bring in my Mew because we have Dragon Claw on Mew. I think PvPoke recommends Shadow Claw and Dragon Claw and Wild Charge. But I like to mix things up a bit. So I am going with Volt Switch and Dragon Claw, at least on this Mew, my shiny Mew. I don't really want to touch my regular Mew because I don't have TMs and I don't want to risk, you know, being trapped in the Genjutsu of using up all your TMs and never getting the moves you want, because Mew has access to almost like, I don't even know how many moves. He has access to so many moves. So if you are building a Mew, you know, good luck, my friend. And now he does bring in his Bronzong, and I have Galvantula. This is probably the only answer that I have for Bronzong, but it's not a good one. So if you do take anything away from my videos, because these are early Naiad battles, I may be the only YouTuber up right now with any Naiad battles. So if you do take anything away, have an answer for these types of Pokemon. And he takes us out. GG's, homie. Well played. And now jumping into this next battle, I am leading Altaria. And I do believe the next two battles I get into Tryhard mode because I was tired of him always winning these battles. So I am going to lead Altaria with Haxorus and Miltank. It's going to be a double dragon team. And I mean, you could run a double dragon team in this meta as well. So he brings in that Bronzong. He tried to catch, but you guys know I'm very patient with my catches. Now look at how much damage this Surf does. That is so much damage, bro. And that's a Bronzong. That's a tanky Pokemon. But here I am going to let Haxorus go down because Haxorus is a glass cannon. Capital G, capital C. Now I am going to bring in Altaria simply so I can get enough farm off on that Bronzong, and then we are just going to take it out with a Sky Attack. And he brings in his own Altaria, and I was anticipating him having an Altaria in the back. And now I am running Dazzling Gleam on my Altaria. I forgot to mention this. It was an accident. I brought in the wrong Altaria, and me and my friend discussed it afterwards in the chat. Like, I told him, bro, I brought the wrong Altaria. I was running Dazzling Gleam on it. And even he hadn't realized it, and he goes, oh, that's why it felt very off. It was Gleam, it's not Moonblast. And I was like, yeah, it was Dazzling Gleam. I brought the wrong Altaria into these battles. But it's all good. And now we are bringing in the MVP, Miltank. I think I am going to keep Miltank on my main squad for the tournament. It is performing very well. And then my friend here gets off a Mud Bomb, takes out my Miltank. And then now it's Altaria versus Altaria. And this is no bueno for Chuck because I needed Miltank for the Altaria, but he did take out my only answer for Altaria. So now it's Altaria versus Altaria. My Dazzling Gleam Altaria versus his Altaria. It's a shiny battle, baby. We do take out his Altaria, but he's able to mud shot us down. GG's, homie. Well played. And now jumping into the final practice battle, I am leading Altaria up against his daddy Whiscash, and like I said, I am going into Tryhard mode. I am trying to take out my friend here, and I am going to shield this up because that was enough for a Blizzard. I do believe it takes 8 mud shots to get to Blizzard, so if you're counting, make sure you count 8 mud shots. He brings in his Bronzong trying to catch, and I answer with Hypno because we have Shadow Ball. And here I'm saying, you know what, I could take a Heavy Slam, but it's a payback! Bang! Bang, bang. That caught me so off guard. I told him later in the chat, bro, that caught me so off guard. Bronzong got to the payback very quickly. Is Bronzong a sleeper pick for this meta? I mean, Bronzong, hey, it's eligible for the Naiad Cup. So Bronzong could be a sleeper pick. I don't know. It's doing very well, at least up against my team. I don't have a strong answer for it. And I do bring in my Miltank because we do have that Thunderbolt to do some neutral damage up against the Steel type. And we take out that pesky Bronzong, but he still has Whiscash. We actually get to the Ice Beam. So Ice Beam is going to do a lot of good neutral damage up against Daddy Whiscash, but it's not enough to take it out. And then I bring in Altaria, but he has his Altaria in the back. So yet again, my Miltank went down. Maybe for this team build, maybe Hypno with Ice Punch would have been the way to go. I mean, I don't know. See, that's the thing about the Naiad Cup. There's so many different ways you can run these Pokemon. You can run Hypno with Ice Punch or Shadow Ball. You can run Miltank with Ice Beam or Body Slam. You can run Mew with whatever you want to run Mew with. But my friend does take us out with the Dragon Breaths. We go down for the count, and I gotta go back to the lab and do some more research. GG's, homie. Well played as usual. And that's gonna do it for this video, guys. The meta for the Naiad Cup does seem a lot of fun. It is a breath of fresh air compared to the Ember Cup, which was the monthly cup for January. The Ember Cup was very condensed. It's very RPS. Everybody was running the same exact Pokemon. So, I mean, with these early battles, with an early look at the Naiad Cup, the meta does seem fun and fresh. So I do hope you guys did take away something from these battles, these early battles. I hope you did learn something, you know, other than me getting wiped by my friend. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll catch you all in the next one, in the battlefield or in the ring. Ding, ding. Peace out, my fellow trainers.